Yeah, I don't really do I don't have a great platform right now for discussing analytical content in depth, so I figured I'd just plop it in here. Also because I'm sure people do
This is
want
a
to talk
great
about.
platform. How dare you?
I mean, yeah, the live call and show from fans. I'll just take over at the beginning for this replay. But it does, I think, a lot of the conversation about NA being bad and some of the things. I mean, there's a lot about infrastructure and mind mentality and these kinds of things. But in game, I think there's a couple things that I want to touch on, and I think this replay highlights something that.
You want me to roll the clip?
Yeah, you can just roll the clip and pause where I asked you to pause. If you can. Because I think this is like, yeah, you can mash spacebar to get as close as you can to it. Oh, you're slow. Go back. You missed it.
Okay.
You got to get it right when he dies. Because this is like NA problem in a nutshell. Like,
there.
So I know a lot of people were critical of this play being a 5-man commit and kind of stuff, but TSM actually pushed in both mid and top at the same time. The enemy team doesn't have teleports to contest this. It's a 3v5, 2v5 dive, and it should be super clean. I mean, Mark had
and just any extra context you can give for audio listeners because they can't.
Sure. All right. Yeah. So this is the TSM LGD game. It's a 7:30 dive that happened where it was a 5-man dive and they only killed one, and then LGD got a lot of plates and minions off the back end of it. But people were talking about this play and criticizing it. And I think people were kind of criticizing it for the wrong reasons. And when I look at this play, I actually think it's a good play in theory. You have a 5v3 dive after pushing in minion waves. The enemy team will be able to push back, but they can't actually counter this. It's on a fat minion wave. Like, look at TSM. They stacked this wave properly and stuff. Like, they had all of the check boxes to start this. They kill Mark. And look at Kramer in his position relative to TSM's members. And this is after basically every spell has been used by both teams. There's almost nothing up except Kramer's root will be coming up in a little bit. But how do we not kill him here? How does TSM not just go and keep running forward and chase down more kills? I literally cannot wrap my brain around it. Kramer has flash, but no heal. TSM has flash on literally everyone but Biofrost. And they are within melee range of Kramer, basically. Like, this is literally run forward and kill him. And if Peanut tries to defend him, kill him as well. If they try and flash away, flash after them. And your spells will come back up soon. You have a fair amount of low cooldown spells. They're actually in a fantastic position to convert this into at least 2 kills, potentially 3 in turret plates. This is the problem that NA has more than anything else, I think, is a total lack of like killer instinct. Even from our teams that are relatively aggressive. And Broken Blade has aggro here, by the way. Like, the right person has turret aggro. So you can play this a number of different ways. You can chase through. You can have him back off and 4-man continue on with the other 4 members. Like, you can play it so many ways. And like this is a play that every other region's top team, if they make this play, will try to kill everyone. And that's just not how NA plays. And that's why we have low combined kills per minute. That's why these plays go badly. And if you watch this play, watch people's reaction. Actually, Travis, can you go back to the pause point? Because I want you to watch people's initial reaction before your brain has a chance to process like what you want to do next. You kind of react off instinct. And just look at the instinct of a lot of players from this position. Biofrost will run away. Broken Blade backing out's kind of okay because he has the turret aggro. I can understand, but Bjergsen running away. Like, I don't understand why they think this. And Spica is the only player who's going to run forward as soon as he drops to continue on to Kramer. They have red buff. They can tag him with slows. Like, there's so many plays here. Double if hits 6, he's going to get his Ezreal to finish them off. Like, you can wipe them here. And they just back off because it's like, oh, we got the kill. And there's a number of plays, if you start watching from this angle, there's a number of times where, like, NA teams will kind of get the first kill, but then be happy and content with that. And so, like, yeah, this is, I think, something that is a problem. Like, NA teams don't often trade aggressive in lane. They don't want to take risky counter picks in topside. Like, how many times in North America did you see Quinn into Renekton? How many times did you see Camille into Jax? Or excuse me, Jax into Camille? How many times, like, do you see Fioras? And these really hard winning counter picks on red side. Like, this is, I think, in game. I mean, there's a number of problems going on in North America that you can get into, but this, almost natural instinct to not want to take a risky play is very pervasive throughout the scene, and I think is something that needs to get fixed in the future, much more than some of the other things. And I think it's an overall mentality problem that makes it hard, because when you do make a good play, like, I think this is a good macro play. The enemy team can't contest this play. Either they back off the turret and you set their bot lane super far behind. You don't have to commit the TPs then. If they try and defend, you kill them. They have no TPs to counter. You push in your waves before you made this play. Like, I think it should be a good play. And they stood right next to Kramer and ran away. Anyways, that's my I think people really, when I was watching people break down that play, were just not like, I just don't know how you don't just keep running forward and kill their entire team, like the 3 guys down there.
Yeah.
Mark, if
I think
if I had to sum
even
that
if
up
one person
into
dies there, it doesn't matter.
Sorry, what was that, Lyric?
I think even if like one of the members of TSM dies there, you're denying 3 waves, you're getting 3 kills, you're getting plates, and even the reset timing off your death is actually better than backing off and recalling. So I think it would have been way better. It would have been like a great play.
Yeah, it's I agree. You know, like you have to, like, if someone dies there, it's fine. If Biofrost, like if Kramer walks forward and trades onto Bio because Bio doesn't have flash, like sure, whatever, take that trade. You know, it's something that trades in general, even like laning trades, just the actual trading in North America is so much less aggressive than it is in other regions.
Mark, if I had to turn that into 3 words to stick on a spinner, everything you just said, bad instincts, is that what I need to do to add that baby onto my wheel?
Something about being scared. I don't know. You can figure out what you want to call it.
Okay. Lyric.
No killer instinct. There you go.
Lyric,
what's the opposite of
LPL
a killer instinct?
No killer instinct.
Yeah.
Baby instincts. Lyric, if that was an LPL team, what would have happened?
Oh, dude, they'd all be dead. I mean, that's not even the question.
Everywhere would be dead.
Yeah,
all 8 people are dead.
Yeah, I mean, they'd go forward. They'd probably back off. They'd wait for them to come back to lane. They'd dive again. I mean, if there's one thing that LPL has, it's killer instinct in spades. So
somebody in Twitch chat says NA are herbivores.
Oh jeez.
We're pacifists. It's like we're trying to get that. We're trying to get that achievement in a civilization. You win through pacifism or culture, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The other.
What was? Oh, Mark. At one point in time, you told me while we were watching the games, you said that one of the teams, I forget which game, was trying to see how close they could get to losing without getting it with a very low kill count or something like that. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, I don't remember which one it was. So I think we lost Lyrics on Discord somehow.
Oh, did we? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I heard him drop. I don't know if you can find him again.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still seeing his Skype move.
Welcome back, Lyric.
What was that? You wanted to get out here over the show?
Yeah. That prime Chinese internet, my friends.
Yeah. Well, I gave you permission, so you should be able to rejoin the channel now if you
oh, cool, thanks.
If you drop. So if not, then I'll keep an eye out for it. But I think that should work.
Yeah. Anyways, that's the one thing I'd say that bugs me more than most things about NA is that lack of a killer mentality in draft, in play. Yeah.
Well.
Anyways, that's my big one. Let's get want to do callers now.
Hey, you want to play some wholesome, fun games with your friends for Worlds? Prove that you know the best players, the best teams, all that. Head over to Draft Buff, our sponsor for Worlds, as well as Alienware. There's a link in the description for both of them. The Draft Buff link, by the way, they sign up for all sorts of cool stuff. It's just a great way to engage with Worlds. They got some cool competitions, and we have like custom Travis leagues. So if you want to check that out, go look in the description below. Really appreciate their coverage of Worlds. I have to get out of the road now.